God is dead. God remains dead, and we have killed him. How shall we comfort ourselves, the murderers of all murderers? That is a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche, the German philosopher. That line is the inspiration for the song that we're about to react to. Nietzsche's got a lot of famous quotes. That which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's him. If you stare into the abyss stares back at you. Also him. So basically, Nietzsche was metal before metal was a thing. And the reason metal became a thing is because of Black Sabbath. And that's who we're reacting to today. We're reacting to the song God is Dead by Black Sabbath. This is from the reunion album 13. It was Sabbath's 19th album total and their final studio album as well. Ozzy rejoined them. In fact, every original member except drummer Bill Ward was here. But in his place, a gentleman was playing by the name of Brad Wilk from Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave. So a little bit of modern influence in Sabbath's classic sound. I like me some Black Sabbath. I like all periods of Black Sabbath actually. I'm not familiar with this album or this song, so this is going to be a first time for me too. So I'm looking forward to it. It's vintage Sabbath. Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, Ozzy Osbourne. Let's see if they can still work their magic. This is from 2013.
We are custom creator OGT OGL, and we just uploaded the first full version of the Hall of Fame reactions on YouTube, because our little channel got at 1.2 million views now. So
our first, yeah,
big deal there. And a lot of people are a lot of negative comments on it, but a lot of good comments too. I'm obviously a big Tool fan, and I'm one of Maynard James Keenan's biggest inspirations is Ozzy. I think he went to that as James Keenan, not Maynard, because he didn't have his mohawk, and a lot of people didn't even know who he was. So he was that Howie Mandel guy, this singing Crazy Train. Anyway, the only thing I know about this song is the chorus. God is dead, something like that. So I've heard that in passing. This will be only our second Black Sabbath. We've heard most of it. It's one thing. We can't react to something we've heard. If he hasn't heard a song, we can react to it still, I consider, and vice versa. But it's hard when we both have heard songs. So, but yeah, I haven't heard this one. So let's dive in.
See if they still got it.
Sorry. Take your shoes. Sabbath. That is one hell of a riff they got going there, man. That is mesmerizing. It's really cool to hear Sabbath that I've heard. So
That would be, I guess, the Sabbath classic Sabbath sound. I like the clean guitar to the Tony Iommi's sound is just so dense. It's like I we mentioned Tool, like the things that I'm hearing, like how the drums kind of cascade and feel like rocks falling in an avalanche. That reminds me of some of Danny Carey's fills, and just Iommi's giant wall of sound that comes out of his guitar. I have to believe that that was an influence on Adam Jones as well.
and is
I
that
am
the
going to
same
say,
guitar that he's been playing all these years? It looks like the
yep,
same one.
I don't
Um,
think there's any guitarist who has written more classic riffs than Tony Iommi. He is a riffsmith extraordinaire. Still has it. Like even during what would be considered Sabbath's lesser periods, he was still cranking out one badass riff after another. Uh, Seems like a pretty cool guy, just to meet and talk to, but definitely a master craftsman when it comes to just evil sounding riffs. Uh, Sabbath not only kind of invented the genre of metal itself, there's actually subgenres of metal that are essentially measured by how loyal you are to the classic Sabbath sound. Like this would fall into what would be considered doom metal, which is that slow, funeral paced, grinding, atmospheric sound. And Ozzy's older here. It was sad seeing him, kind of feeble at the Hall of Fame induction. Father Time, you know, has no mercy on anyone. But here, like his voice has remained the same seemingly since the beginning of time. It doesn't go as high as it once did, but it's still got that cut. It's still got that nasality, and it's still the perfect voice to be heard over this
even then, when he
instrumentation.
hollered all aboard,
Yeah, yeah.
was
Uh, Possibly
yeah,
the best vocal moment of that evening, quite frankly, came from
yeah.
Ozzy. But
And I don't know how anyone could emulate Ozzy. I mean,
no, no, he's so
I'm
distinct.
not saying Maynard could. Maynard could hit his higher notes, but Maynard's 60 years old, guys. I mean, he's old, okay, and he looked concerned to me. And backstage, you could see pictures of him with Ozzy's arm, like walking with him.
Yeah,
I think he felt really weird being an introvert about singing Ozzy songs. He said it on a podcast a week before that. He was terrified because it was saddened that Ozzy couldn't sing his own songs, you know. But
yeah,
and I watched Jack Osbourne and a lot of his paranormal shows. I think one of the best shows ever created, aside from the Osbournes and all that, is I Want to Believe. The Osbournes Want to Believe. That
yeah,
fucking show is so good. Where Jack shows the parents. And the second season, it's unedited, so they cuss. You know, and Ozzy's guy, he just takes you to the bathroom every 2 minutes. It's just the show's really good. So
double exposure,
we got
ball
it on our
lightning.
Patreon. So
Yeah,
yeah, ball lightning, everything's ball lightning. Yeah, double exposure. I think changes with um,
Kelly.
Kelly is was
Yep.
one of the coolest things I ever heard in my life. And they did another show, the Osbourne's World Detour or something,
Yeah,
and Kelly went with them in season 2 or 3, and they went by a church, and I was just like, what the hell are we doing here? You know, but the whole choir, you know, just they sang that song, and it was just beautiful. So
yeah,
it was yeah, makes me choke up thinking about it. And we have a reaction to the Post Malone and Ozzy, which I think was the last time he performed
yeah.
live.
Live. Yeah,
Um, that was filmed or professionally or whatever. Anyway, um, and we have the Hall of Fame, and we. I didn't know that there was a song called Black Sabbath. I thought the first album was just named Black Sabbath because of their fucking name. I didn't know there was a song, so I'm my dumb ass like what? So me and Greg have it's our OGL there. It's a documentary slash reaction to that song and the Satanic Panic, how they correlate to each other and
yep.
how insane that was. But
And who would
yeah,
have
that's
thought, especially back in the '70s or even the early '80s, when Ozzy was at his peak cocaine-addled, peeing on the Alamo days that he would be a mainstream star
Hmm.
in the 2000s. Who would have guessed? So
Biting doves on purpose and accidentally biting bats.
yes.
uh, so we're going to we're sorry. This is Halloween special, and we love Ozzy, and especially since I know a lot of people gained like 1,300 subs off of that one video, so it seems fitting to pay tribute to Sabbath in general, not just
So
Ozzy.
they've been around more than 5 decades. Yeah, there's a lot to dive into.
And yeah, yeah, we love that guy. So, and this live performance is awesome.
Yeah.
The blood runs free, the right time, give me more and I keep the bread. The voices echo in my head. He's got a rhyme or he's got dead. He's got dead. Rivers of evil run through thy head. Swimming in sorrow, they kill, steal, and borrow. There is no tomorrow. For the sinners will be dead. Ashes to ashes. You cannot undo us all. Who do you trust when corruption and lust lead the all of the dust? Leaves you empty and alone. When will this nightmare be over? Tell me. When can I empty my head? Will someone tell me the answer? He's got me dead. He's got me dead. To safeguard my philosophy.
Shit. This is gonna be really bright. Oh shit. God damn. Oh, that damn shit. That damn string being fuck. Maybe that's kind of better. I ain't got any fucking teeth, y'all, but hell. That was just so good. That stream is that shit is so wickedly fucking cool that I ain't got no words, man. I'm stumbling over
It's
and
so
shit.
cool. It's hot. Yeah, it's always good to see the sort of like they're called the
Mm.
Godfathers of metal. It's good to see the Godfathers step up and show everyone how it's done. It's, this again, this type of slow paced, patient, slow build atmosphere. Like there's so much despair in this track. Like I'm a huge metal fan. Yeah,
Screenshot that if y'all want. That's funny
yeah.
as hell. Go ahead, sorry.
But if if the sun was out when the song started playing, it has gone beyond the clouds now in fear. And yeah, that guy's about to show up when you hear that. I always thought it was I always thought it was fascinating that Tony actually has like metal fingertips. I think that's very fitting. Like everything about
Yeah.
the band just seems to create this sort of legendary character. So I'm glad that they had this one last run, this one last album that did really well. It was a perfect way to close off their legacy.
Yeah, I agree. The drumming is doing. Geezer Butler, wasn't that the drummer?
No, Geezer's the bassist.
Bassist, yeah. Yeah, that's right. What was the drummer's name?
So the original drummer was Bill Ward, the guy playing
Who
here.
did Into
Brad
the
Wilk.
Void? That damn
That's Bill
Into
Ward.
the Void. That
yeah.
may be the greatest drumming I've ever heard. Not technically, just son of a bitch, man. That's so good. The space between the whatever, man. But God, I can't even react. I mean, this is a reaction, just not a good one. Not a person.
We appreciate your praises, but we love good music, and especially
I'm geeking out. So
yeah,
all it is.
And again, as Daniel says, these guys could go into a fast food restaurant and get a senior discount, and they're putting out music just legitimately heavy stuff like this. It feels like there's weight to it. It's not heavy because it's fast or because it's got gory lyrics or anything like that. It's heavy because
look at that. I mean,
yeah,
I'm my face Reaper. I forgot about this shit.
And Ozzy, his look and his sound he's the perfect front man for Black Sabbath. Always has been.
Yeah, maybe the greatest comeback story of anyone after leaving the band. I mean,
yep.
Arguably went on to be more successful than he was with the band.
Yeah. Prince of Darkness, man.
Even though I don't ever consider them different. I mean, I know, what was Lee, the guitarist, his name was Lee, something Lee. Jakey Lee, and Zakk Wylde, and, of course, Randy Rhoads, and, Geezer, and Naomi. Yeah, said some of the greatest guitar players ever.
Shout out to Jakey Lee. He was shot multiple times a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Expected to make a full recovery. So he's old school metal musicians. They're tougher than most. But yeah, that was terrible.
Ozzy should have mentioned him. I think maybe that was why.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't want to mention someone who's laid up in the hospital. You don't know how. From what I heard, they had contact with him several times before the show. So, who knows? Maybe that's why that weird guy was there with the white guitar. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where he's from, but or what band he was from. He got on my nerves. I think he played with Ozzy for a while, didn't he?
I think he did. Yeah. He also I think was a producer on a couple of Ozzy's albums. So
yeah, he just seemed weird to me. Get Ozzy's face. Leave him alone, man.
You weren't alone.
Yeah. All right. But Wolfgang done a good job. Nobody can replace that guitar solo, but he's dead, so can't replace that. Fun fact: the last concert Wolfgang and his daddy went to was a Tool concert, and they were trying to get up there and talk to the band, and some guy told Eddie Van Halen to take his picture with the band in the camera, so he'd take my picture, and Eddie thought he meant with him. And he went and stood at the stage like. So anyway, that had to be pretty embarrassing. But I won't speak my opinion on Eddie Van Halen. He was a great guitar player.
Yeah, no doubt. Instrumental rock guitar.
Huh?
I said he was instrumental in the evolution of rock guitar, as was Randy Rhoads. Yeah.
Maybe his best song was "Beat It," Michael Jackson. I think it sold more than any song Van Halen ever did.
So. That was a great solo, yeah.
I empathize with everyone.
bass line too. Oh.
Let me see the but still the voices in my head are telling me that God is dead. God is dead. The blood pours down, the rain is red. I don't believe that God is dead. God is dead. God is dead. God is dead.
Oh my God. So I think we have both seen Ozzy before. Greg, when was yours? So I can catch my fucking breath. Turn all these
I
little
caught
lights off.
Ozzy around the No More Tours tour, which turned out
No
to be
more
an
tours?
absolute lie. Yeah,
Oh,
around the No More Tears.
I thought you were trying to say no more tears. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
But yeah, the tour was called No More
Oh.
Tours. Of course, there were many tours after that. But actually saw him Sepultura and Alice in Chains open for him. So that was
Asshole.
that was young in my metal days. So basically I didn't know shit about it.
I seen
But
Jerry Cantrell, but it was just Jerry
Yeah.
after Lane died.
that was quite a class in metal. Ozzy, Jerry, and Lane. Um, it's a great show too. Um, it's great in this video to see Ozzy in sort of fighting shape. He's obviously older, but he's still got the voice. He's jumping up and down. He's engaging the crowd. That
Before
was
the
really good.
Parkinson's, he was in really bad shape. I mean,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
those shows that the show I'm talking about was 22, 23.
Yeah,
And he was
and of
still
course,
cussing the storm.
I remember when I first heard Patient Number 9. It's like, son of a bitch. After all those years, the dude still sounds the same. Sounds the exact same. Like I said, this doesn't go quite as high, but still.
This song's
Yeah.
going straight to my. I don't know if that was the official audio. If it wasn't, then that was a great concert.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
some
that was
great
an actual
footage of
live
that.
show. Yeah.
God
But,
almighty, man, that was good. So when I seen Ozzy, it was okay. Lollapalooza was 1 and 2. It was either 98 or 99. Okay, get them mixed up.
Yeah.
But Ozfest in Greensboro, North Carolina, with Tool and Iron Maiden and not Limp Bizkit. It may be Megadeth, man. So I got a flyer somewhere that. But, no, it was Iron Maiden. It was the same lineup as we seen at the festival that come near your house.
Yeah, okay. That was. I think it must have been Megadeth then. So I don't remember Maiden on that. So I think I would have tried to fucking get there. It was Maiden.
Yeah, maybe it was. We would have talked about that more. Anyway, I seen Ozfest. So, Ozzy always headlines it, but I think the band that plays right before Ozzy is the headliner, and that was Tool. So,
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, Sabbath masters of the like towards the end of the song, they like to rev things up. You like to hear it in like Heaven and Hell, and this one it popped out there. I love how they went from that speedier bit, but they seamlessly switched back into the original tempo for that last repetition of the chorus.
So smooth.
It was cool seeing Geezer and Tony Iommi smiling at each other while they were playing. As old touring war horses actually enjoying performing on stage, which was cool.
You got bands that can switch time signatures seamlessly, and then you got really, really, really talented musician bands who just try to do it way too much. Rush is a good example, in my opinion. Rush just has way too many. They don't make sense. Like they transition into 1350 million time signatures. But
Yeah.
I mean, Spirit of the Radio, there are some great Rush songs. Don't get me wrong, I'm not putting them down. Just seems like they tried too hard. That makes sense. And they had Neil Peart, so why the hell would you try too hard? Anyway, yeah, much love, everybody. Long reaction here. Happy Halloween. So,
indeed. Mental health is real. Heavy metal is real. Music is your best support group. Ozzy has been helping people with his music for decades. So, in honor of his recognition, throw on Wizard of Oz or, throw on Sabbath Bloody Sabbath and start jamming away. And
see, Ozzy is rock and roll's Iron Man. Yeah. Kind of like we see Hank Williams Jr. as the real country music back in the day when it was good. The Iron Man of country. He literally has metal in his face too.
Yes.
So, yeah. And both of them still tour at 75 years old. Would love to see them collab.
More Sabbath or Ozzy, let us know in the comments down there.
We'll put it in screens too. Yeah. Yep.
So let us know what you think of the song. And just talk to us. We love talking music with you guys. So thank y'all very much.
Peace out. Much love.